Alright, budget magic time. Playing some green-red combustible ramp in Kaladesh Standard. And I guess we'll keep this. Not insane by any means, but let's just Evolving Wilds, pass turn. So we got some ramp, but not much to ramp into yet. Sanctum for our opponent. Attune with Ether. Get some energy. Now, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Forest. There's Combustible. Sweet. So, Servant of the Conduit. Get some energy. Pass the turn. Game Trail for our opponent. Untapped. And Servant of the Conduit. Gets our opponent some energy. Well, let's just Tireless Tracker, Cinderglade, get a clue, and pass the turn. Untap Game Trail for our opponent. And left New Helion. So we're taking 4 here. Actually taking more than 4, taking 6. Okay. Down to 14. Opponent has to spend some energy. We get a Bedlam Reveler. Can't cast that yet. So play the Forest, get a clue, and just pass the turn. Hopefully we get down Combustible Gearhulk next turn. Opponent goes with Larger Than Life. Well, let's Harness Lightning. And Rush of Adrenaline. Alright. So our opponent's getting in for 10. And we gotta take it. Down to 4. Now let's crack a clue. Hopefully we get a land. Servant of the Conduit, not a land. There's a land. So get another clue. And Combustible Gearhulk. See what our opponent chooses. Takes the damage, down to 14. Alright, pass the turn. I gotta stay back on defense. Try not to die to our opponent's creatures. Another land for our opponent. Opponent goes to combat. Swings with the Helion. Now let's block with Gearhulk. Built to smash. Kills our Gearhulk. 2 cards left in our opponent's hand. Voltaic Brawler. Get some more energy. 1 card left. Opponent has to spend 2 energy for their Helion. Well, that's Combustible Gearhulk again. Whew, put our opponent down to 6. So close. So if we survive 1 more turn, we should have a win. Problem is, since we didn't have a land there, a pump spell can kill us if our opponent has any pump spell left. And it looks like they might. Attacks with everything. Block and block. They've used a ton of pump spells, but looks like they have 1 left. Alright. Well, that happens. Green-red energy, eh? Well, I think we just want Radiant Flames. Go down a Reveler, a Wanderer, and a Decimator. Try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. And we got a mulligan. The hand's utterly unkeepable. I guess this is sort of better. Blighted Woodland will go to the bottom, I believe. So Evolving Wilds, go. So we have some ramp, but we don't really have a payoff. And we don't have any of our 2-mana ramp. Forest for our opponent, and Attune with Ether. Gotta be one of the worst cards that sees heavy play in our current standard. She just shows how much people like making energy. Because without the energy, I don't think that card is even really close to playable. Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Voltaic Brawler for our opponent, get some energy. Well, let's crack our Evolving Wilds, get a Mountain. Harness Lightning the Brawler. Play a Forest, pass the turn. Cross our fingers, hope like crazy we draw land to ramp into Combustible Gearhulk and win the game. Opponent has a land. And there is the Pummeler, so we could just be dead next turn. Opponent has enough to double it twice. Good news is, even though we didn't draw land, we did draw a Fiery Temper. Our opponent can keep it alive, but they have to sap all their energy. Pass the turn, hope again that we draw a land. Maybe we should have just kept the Bladed Woodland on top. Ether Hub for our opponent, up to 8 energy. Another Pummeler. Well, now we are even more likely to be dead. And we whiff on a land again. Play Tireless Tracker. Pass the turn. Well, sometimes things just go wrong. I'm about 99% sure we're dead here. Opponent has Harness Lightning to kill our Tireless Tracker. And Larger Than Life. Alright, well, we mulliganed and drew nothing. It happens.